Tal Rasha's wrappings are by far some of the most popular, well-known, and sought-after set items in Diablo 2, generally being used for a variety of partial bonuses or as budget options for certain mercenaries, depending on the part. Often touted as the strongest set in the game, I personally would place it as a very close second in terms of absolute usefulness, even though it is far and away more popular due to being the sorceress set, and fairly strong at that. As far as overall bonuses, it does fall in line with most of the other class-specific sets, packing plus skills, resist all, and the glowing aura we all expect, with its special mix of flavor added in. In this case, plus life, magic find, and hit recovery being the important modifiers, though the defensive perks and replenish life are not bad additions either. These bonuses, combined with the individual parts, can be useful for pretty much any sorceress build you can imagine, though in terms of partial set use, the fire sorceress generally has the most to gain from the perks we'll see floating about, since it can benefit the most from the least number of slots. The reason this is important is because, while fine, some individual parts of the set can be a little suboptimal, with a prime example being Tal Rasha's mask, an excellent budget mercenary helmet, and also just a great budget melee character helmet in general. It packs dual leech, plus life and mana, and resist all, which are great mods, though in terms of what else the sorceress can use in this slot, generally it pales in comparison unless you're playing a melee variant of the class. Similarly good, but facing tough competition, is the armor, the guardianship, though this at least fits a bit more in line with what you'd expect from a sorceress magic find setup, with some decent boost to resist, some flat defense, low strength requirements, and magic find, not to mention a stack of magic damage reduction, which can work reasonably well with a number of energy shield builds. This is further helped to fit in with the two-part bonus for the armor, providing a small bump to faster cast rate that can be used to free up other slots if you really wanted to. Moving down, we have the belt, which is a fairly common choice for three-parting the set, though it does sometimes compete with the armor in this function, depending on what gear you have available at the time. The belt again has reasonable stat requirements, maximum belt slots, as well as plus dexterity, mana, and even a bit of mana recovery in the form of damage to mana conversion. This combined with a small bit of magic find can be fairly nice, though it does only go up to 15%. When paired with two parts of the set, it grabs you a little defense, and when combined with a third part, we again see another 10% faster cast rate. Onto the amulet, we have a fairly solid skill amulet for the sorceress, and a pretty popular pick, though it can be beaten out by a high-end caster amulet. Those are exceptionally rare to successfully craft, and will take a lot of resources barring some amazing luck. So an amulet that packs +2 all skills, lightning resist, flat mana and life, and a 4-part set bonus of 10% faster cast is pretty welcome. As far as the lightning damage on this, it's mostly pointless unless you're playing a melee sorceress. This is frequently combined with 2 to 3 other parts of the set for various builds to help cement okay cast speeds and magic find, along with reasonable mods. The last part of the set is the Lidless Eye, not to be confused with the Lidless Wall. This is a contentious piece for people due to the excessive love of Oculus because, well, magic find orb. But Lidless Eye is actually a lot bigger of a powerhouse than people often recognize, since it combines flat life, mana, and energy, along with faster cast rate and variable bonuses to each of the element's masteries, up to 2 points for each. Where it starts to shine, however, is in the partial set bonuses, with 2 parts granting plus skills, 3 parts piercing enemy fire resist, 4 parts piercing lightning resist, and the full set boosting cold damage so it wouldn't be redundant with cold mastery. The reason this is favored by fire sorceresses is due to that 3-part bonus, since 3 parts won't mess with your casting breakpoints, whereas 4-part bonus will result in you struggling to reach the lightning breakpoints due to lightning and chain lightning requiring significantly higher boosts to reach the same casting frames. As far as upgrading the set, I generally would not bother. The defense boost won't be that significant to justify the rune cost. And as far as what goes into deciding the parts to use, it really depends on what other equipment you have available at the time, and of course, your build. I personally take the equipment gap approach, focusing on which parts will interfere with my core equipment the least, since as it stands, outside of certain fire sorceress builds, there will be a superior option using crafted items, runewords, and uniques, so this will fit as a powerful interlude rather than the main show for them. And on fire sorceresses, I will focus on getting 3 parts with the orb to get that extra bit of fire piercing with plus skills, especially since it will save me from having to invest hard points in cold mastery to go dual elemental to deal with true immunes. Overall, I like and use the set regularly as just an easy go-to option with zero thought that leaves key slots like the shield, gloves, and rings open, allowing a solid core build while still bringing value to the slots it uses, though in the end it does end up being outclassed by more focused options by the time you get to your truly final build for a sorceress. That said, we do have one more set to go, so do you have a favorite set in the game? If so, which one is it and why? Mention it down below, and be sure to keep gaming, have fun, and peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.